This took place in 2017 when I was a junior in college. For context, I live in somewhat of a small town in East Massachusetts, which happens to be quite a ways away from my campus. This commonly resulted in me having to rely on taking the train to get to and from school for classes. When my parents were home, I'd normally just get a ride from them, but when they weren't home, I'd have to take the train. Owning a car was expensive, and taking an Uber was a hassle. I'd mostly take the train to and from campus where I would go during the day and get home by night. As a child, I've always had somewhat of an innate fear of the night. Not so much the night itself, but what lies in the night. I've never had anything to base this fear on until a night I had gotten off at the train station and saw a woman sitting by herself on a bench. This was weird as it was closing in on 1 a.m. on a school night, which meant that no other trains would be operating until the next day. For whatever reason, I look over to her and we briefly make eye contact. But from there, it was too late. From my peripheral vision, I can see the woman begin to get up and walk over to me in a hurry. Acting like I didn't notice or care, I ordered an Uber to get home when she comes up to me and stands about 3 feet away from me. I give her a smile and she's looking at me with this blank expression, as if she were doing something mundane, like taking out the trash or mowing the lawn. In the most monotone voice I've ever heard, she says, "Hi, my car is broken. Can you help me fix it?" First of all, there's no cars in the nearby parking lot, and second, if she did have a car, why was she waiting at a train station? I thought of it as a little weird, but I didn't feel threatened or afraid. I apologized and told her that I couldn't as I had a curfew and had to get home. However, she disregarded what I had said and kept on insisting for me to help her. Being a guy who majored in engineering, I would have helped, but seeing as there was no car in sight, I couldn't do anything. I then asked her about this, expecting her to come up with some excuse. But instead of responding to me with a reason, she says something that still haunts me till this day. "Come on now, Brandon. Don't bother me with details." After that, she then forms this unsettling smile that looked like it had belonged to a witch that chilled me to the bone and went back to where she was sitting. To put things into perspective, Brandon is my name, and I have no idea as to how she knew it. I've never seen this woman in my life, and I wasn't wearing anything that would display my name. Thankfully, my Uber had pulled in and I had gone home. Later that same week, I had woken up to 10 plus phone calls and texts from different numbers. All of them ranging from "Hi, how are you?" to "I'll find you." I knew there was a big chance that it had to do with something from the other night. Two things don't happen in a short period of time like that without them being linked somehow. I never saw that woman again, and I don't take the train at night.